Hey everyone, ready to supercharge your business growth? We're diving deep into automation today and how it can help you scale your business like never before. Our guide for this journey, an awesome Medium article called The Secret Sauce to Scaling, Integrating Automation into Your Business Growth Strategy. It's by I Tried It.
You know what's cool about this article, I Tried It, isn't just talking theory. They've actually scaled a business and seen how automation can be a game changer.
So let's break it down. What exactly is automation and why should we care? The article defines it as using technology to do tasks with minimal human intervention, like having a digital workforce that tackles those repetitive jobs. So you can focus on the important stuff?
Yeah, think about all that data entry you've been putting off, or those social media posts you keep forgetting to schedule. Automation can take care of all that for you. Then you can focus on big picture stuff, like coming up with strategies and solving problems.
Right. But let's get down to results. What's the real benefit here? The article mentions this McKinsey report. It found that businesses using automation can increase productivity by up to 30%. That's massive. And I Tried It actually shares how they used that extra time. They developed a whole new product line and boosted their revenue by 15% in just 6 months.
And it's not just about speed, it's about consistency too. Automation makes sure tasks are done the same way every time and minimizes those costly human errors. Imagine knowing your customer communications and data entry are always accurate.
That would be a huge relief. And here's what's really exciting. As your business grows, automation can grow with you. You don't have to scramble to hire a new team. Your automated systems can handle that increased workload.
Exactly. Working smarter, not harder. That's what it's all about, making sure your business grows efficiently. And of course, we can't forget about the bottom line. Automation can cut down on labor costs and reduce those errors that impact your profits.
All right, so we're convinced about the why. Now let's get practical. Where can we actually use automation in our businesses? The article highlights a few key areas. And honestly, they cover almost every part of running a business.
That's the cool thing about automation. It's so versatile, from marketing and sales to customer support, data analysis, and even internal stuff. There are so many opportunities to streamline things.
Let's start with marketing automation. I mean, who wouldn't want to make their marketing more effective? Imagine sending personalized emails to each customer, all tailored to their interests, automatically. The article talks about how this targeted messaging can really increase your open and click-through rates, more engagement, and ultimately more conversions.
Exactly. No more generic emails that end up in spam folders. You can create a personalized journey for every customer. Make sure they get the right message at the right time.
And while we're talking smart marketing, let's not forget about social media. Tools like Hootsuite or Buffer can handle all your scheduling across all the different platforms.
Right. And they can help you analyze your performance too, so you can see what's working and what's not. It's all about using data to make better decisions.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, social media and email, that's great. But what about managing all those customer relationships? Well, that's where customer relationship management comes in. CRM for short.
A CRM is like a superpower for managing customer interactions. Imagine a system that automatically tracks every interaction a customer has, from website visits to emails to purchases and support requests.
It's like a digital brain that remembers every detail. You can personalize every interaction and create a truly customized experience.
Exactly. This personalized experience makes customers happy, and that leads to more sales.
It's a win-win. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about your sales process. Streamlining things like lead scoring. By the way, lead scoring means ranking your leads based on how likely they are to buy. And automating things like quote generation. This can free up your sales team to focus on what matters most, building relationships and closing deals.
Yeah. When you automate those time-consuming tasks, your sales team can be more strategic and focus on the human element, which is so important.
And speaking of data, let's not forget about automation in data analysis and reporting. Imagine having real-time data at your fingertips, giving you insights into your business performance, customer behavior, and market trends.
This is where automation can totally change how you make decisions. Instead of relying on gut feelings, you can use real data. This helps you adapt to the market and stay ahead of the competition.
Love it. And finally, there's customer support. We've all been there, stuck on hold or navigating a confusing phone menu. But with automation, you can offer instant support through chatbots. They can answer common questions, resolve simple issues, and direct customers to the right place.
It's about giving a great customer experience 24/7. Chatbots can handle the routine stuff and free up your human agents for the more complex issues.
So as you can see, the possibilities are endless with automation. But before you go automate everything, let's talk about how to implement it effectively. We'll dive into that in part 2 of our deep dive. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we've talked about all the amazing things automation can do. But now let's get down to brass tacks. How do we actually make this happen in our businesses? It's one thing to understand the benefits, but actually putting it into practice takes a bit more. Luckily, this article gives us a clear roadmap. 5 key steps to successful implementation.
Okay, so the first step, and this is where I see a lot of businesses trip up, is identifying your key processes. Don't try to automate everything at once, right? That's a recipe for disaster. Instead, really take the time to map out your workflows. Figure out where automation can make the biggest difference.
So it's about being strategic, right? Focusing on the areas where you'll see the most impact.
Exactly. And the article has this great tip. Involve your team in the process. They're the ones who actually work with these processes every day. They'll have valuable insights, what's working, what's not, and where automation can really help.
That's so important. Getting everyone on board from the start, making sure everyone feels included. Okay, so we've identified those key processes that are ripe for automation.
Yeah, it's time for some fun. Researching and selecting the right tools. There are tons of automation tools out there, and it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, for sure. Any tips on how to choose the right ones?
Absolutely. The article suggests checking out free trials, reading reviews from other businesses, maybe attending some webinars or demos. Don't be afraid to ask questions either. You're making an investment here. These tools are going to be crucial for your growth.
Okay, so we've mapped out our processes, we've chosen our tools. What's the next step in our automation adventure?
This is where the rubber meets the road. Pilot and test. Don't just go all in right away. Start with a small pilot program. Test things out in a real-world environment.
So we can iron out any kinks before we go big.
Exactly. Less risk, smoother transition.
Speaking of transitions, we need to talk about the human side of automation. Training our teams. Remember, it's not about replacing people. It's about empowering them.
Right. People can be resistant to change, especially if they think their jobs are at risk.
So communication is key here.
Absolutely. The article really stresses the importance of explaining the benefits to your team, addressing their concerns, giving them the training they need.
So they understand how to use these new systems.
Yeah,
And how they'll benefit from them.
exactly. You want your team to be excited about automation, to see it as a tool that frees them up so they can focus on more fulfilling work.
All right, so we've got our pilot program running, our team is trained and ready to go, everything's moving along smoothly. Now what? Can we just sit back and relax?
Not quite. The final step, and this is crucial for long-term success, is monitoring and optimizing your automated processes. Keep an eye on those key metrics, get feedback from your team, and be ready to make adjustments. Automation isn't a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Right, so it's an ongoing process, constantly refining and improving.
Exactly. Automation gives you the flexibility to adapt to changes in the market or customer demands.
Okay, so we've talked about how to implement automation, those 5 key steps. But I'm curious, what about the bigger picture? How does all of this affect business growth, beyond saving time and money? We're back. And, we've been digging into how to implement automation, those 5 key steps. But now I want to talk about the why, the big picture. How does automation really impact business growth? Not just saving time and money, but something more.
Yeah, that's where things get really interesting. It's about transformation, not just mechanics. Think about it. When you free your team from those boring, repetitive tasks, what happens?
Oh, they probably have more time.
Exactly. But it's more than that. They have the mental space to think creatively, to come up with new ideas that can really make a difference for your business.
So it's like unlocking this hidden potential, all that creative energy that was buried under busy work.
Right. Instead of just going through the motions, your team can focus on strategy, problem solving, coming up with those aha moments, the ones that lead to breakthroughs. I tried it, actually mentions in the article, how after implementing automation, their team came up with this amazing marketing campaign. It led to a 20% increase in leads.
Wow. So automation doesn't just make you efficient, it makes you more innovative.
Exactly. And what about your employees? Think about how demotivating it is to spend hours on tasks that feel pointless.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
When you take those tasks away, you're not just saving time, you're showing your team that you value their skills, that you want them to focus on more engaging work.
So automation can actually create a more human-centered workplace.
Exactly. When I've implemented automation, one of the most surprising things was how much more engaged the team became. They felt empowered, and their job satisfaction went way up.
That's awesome. It really shows that automation can have a positive impact on company culture. It's not just about profits, it's about creating a better work environment.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about adaptability. Things change so fast in the business world. You need to be able to pivot quickly. To respond to new trends, new demands, automation helps you do that.
It's like having a secret weapon.
It is. Imagine you need to change your marketing strategy or launch a new product. Automation can help you scale those efforts quickly without having to scramble to hire new people.
Wow, we've covered so much today. From the practical steps of implementation to the big picture impact on growth, it's clear that automation is more than just a buzzword.
Definitely. It's a fundamental shift in how we work.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with a question. Now that you've seen what automation can do, where do you see opportunities to use it? In your work or even in your life?
What tasks could you automate to free up your time and energy so you can focus on the things that really matter?
Think about it. You might be surprised at what you discover. Thanks for joining us on this automation adventure. Until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, and keep automating.